and Bill Reagan, KC5EDS.
Well, we're not
This is IBNU open in the Potter County Electric Two-Way. I am busy with some other stuff I'm doing tonight. I'm going to try to run both these nets, and bear with me. I've got several on the list and looking for anybody else want in. No response on my call period. I can by being you. 10-5 being near the Potter County Electric Two-Way.
N5ZRW checking in.
All right.
Hello, John.
2L. N5 being near the Potter County Electric Two-Way.
N5SQ.
Go, Brad.
Hey, John, you all right this evening?
I'm invested in all my
Can I get a list? You got a minute for a list?
well, hang a minute.
I'm sorry?
Wait a minute. Got a warning.
Roger, roger.
Top of the list. KD4OVQ. 75CGH. I don't know. It's many times he's been there. I think the one time he said he was out. But I can't say what it was. K5CU. KC5GBR. 10-5ZRW. 10-5SQK.
Yeah, roger. Okay, thank you, John.
Yes, for what it's worth, we've done it. I think 16 or 18 pounds a day. Well, we've done it about 2 weeks worth or somewhere. North of 200 pounds, putting in these other containers. So bear with it. And by being here. Anyone else? And by being near the Potter County Electric Two-Way. Let me check this tonight. If anybody else want to check in, call now. And B&E, the Potter County Electric 2. Wait a minute, anybody else like to join us tonight? Call now. Anyone else to join us? Call now. And drive me and you to Potter County, that's the way. Anyone else living on the line and drive me and you. This is being you, this is the Potter County, that's the way. We are at the Potter County.
Kilo Golf 5, it's in the ground. There you go.
Anyone else? Anyone else want to invite me and you? Stand by being used at Potter County Electric Supervisor. So those of you who want to watch the college ball series of the college playoffs, college baseball, get ready for some really good baseball. It's just play hard. It's a lot more fun to watch. I don't know everybody. Kids out there getting them to play, and they ain't no telling what's going to happen. And as they play hard, they play a big clean game. And one of them is once in a while, I don't get a little bit excited. Right now, Oklahoma's got Kansas down 6-1 in the first game of their last play. And Ole Miss is from University of Mississippi. So we got Auburn there with 5-2, and Mississippi leads that basically by one game. They can win this game, maybe they're going to the World Series. It's fun watching these kids play. Like things, you're not watching it, you're missing serious good lifestyle. Being you, the Potter County Electric Supervisor. I guess I'm the only one really that watches this thing, but anyway, I do invite him. Invite being you, the Potter County Electric Supervisor. Anyone else is on this highway?
I wouldn't be that attractive. That's the first class, not there, John. 85 Geraldine.
Yeah, still aggressive. Been good enough. I sat here, I sprayed over my pillowcase with stuff on I didn't, I kind of listen. I didn't have to listen quite as carefully as I did the other night. In fact, I got them things loaded up. It's a big deal. Oh, he's sitting there trying to get some things to check in.
Do that. Just standing by there, John. KG5 Gilder.
Yeah, it's maybe another who, well, still talking about a church camp. I think that church camp is up there lady. Oh, I was paying that much attention to the deal, but he's not there. In fact, I only got 8 on the list. And think they want them deal, but if they want them quiet nights, we'll deal with it and go from there.
You haven't heard Brett yet?
Yeah, Brett's in there. You need to call him.
We'll see if he's on there on Saturday night, so I didn't see it in there or not.
Yeah, he's here.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, they did get their penalty loaded, so that's a good deal. I sat here and watched a little baseball. I had a ball game earlier today. Georgia beat Mississippi State 13-4. I think that was 11 or 12 home runs in that game. It was awesome. Georgia at one time was down 7-0.
They were with my son got that 12-volt wire from the battery all the way.
13-12.
But a real chair lift on the back of that. Had one get to 12 days. Actually for a scooter. But a guy got a new one and boom, with that thing, wanted $150, $160 for it. But he said, how did that do? So he wasn't taking on money. So we used to do some contract work with the VA and doing home remodels, you know, for the handicap, just, you know, adding on there, replacing showers and stuff, and that's what you used to do. So he wasn't going to charge me for it. He sent it home with me. It's not really what I want. And the VA will put me one on it. I want one of them crane ones that I can put it in the back end of the pickup, because I use my pickup with trucks too much. But the price is right, so at least I got the wire rust back there.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you know, it is a good thing where we'll throw it back here this quarter. We're going to make it a decision a while ago. I thought there was a great old sale. I think drugs like an MGM addict. I've got lots of problems. I do 16, 18 pills a day. And I reload about every 2 weeks, and you figure from there, I'm blowing 200 pills, and several of them, you have to split them because they didn't, the doses are off. But just a little something for you guys to think about. Those guys that don't have this extra privilege. I pay $7 a month for a prescription. Some of the illnesses that was, and I don't know nobody else knows back me up on that because they're serving the rest of the food. I thought some of them all that rough and noise was, my God, it's $15 for a month of those pills. I don't know what the rest of y'all are paying for them, but, you know, it feels pretty good for me to get a bill at the end of the month. I just got one for $8. I got one. I did get one here a couple 3 months ago. A bunch of pills. It kind of got me caught up with $200 for all the medication for several months. It was a good deal. It ain't all bad.
I do.
It ain't all that bad.
I got them on medication.
It ain't all that cheap.
And So my wife got her VA cancer now. All her medications. But, you know, she got had a discount card and stuff with her insurance. But some of them things, yeah, they were $100 a pill, you know. And but the VA can't. We won't have to pay a dime for any thing for sitting.
Well, I'm taking cancer medication. It's going under my medication. I'm in the United States. And I don't even know what that costs. It's several $100 a pill. So I pay zero. That's all that matters to me. So like I said, it's time for me to shut this thing down. Brent, here she comes. I'm closing this section of the Potter County Electric Two-Way. So let's check that over there. I've got one that I think is checked out several times, but it's going to have to deal with that one to get to it. But anyway, here she comes. N5B and News Clear.
Yeah, thank you, John. Appreciate you getting folks up this evening. And let's see, I hope everybody's had a little bit of rain. Hello, CQ. Hello, CQ. We panhandle traffic there. That control this evening is N5SQK. My name is Brett. My QTA is Hampton, Texas. Isn't that each day? Zero Zulu, which is present 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. On the intended frequency of 3933 kilometers. The sun that's there, there's too fast traffic. There's about 8 and 30 traffic station. No traffic. Not a time there. And activities like that. Well, enjoy the fellowship of the theater. Those old fellows read that show pause from time to time during the night. Everybody station. All that terms license sports frequency. Everybody can check in and participate. Anybody mobile short time. Low power QRP. Anyone has one or eight problem. Let's check this. I wouldn't follow us. Use it. Nothing hurry. Anyone here to see that list would like to sign up? Then we'll check it. That's not. That's easy. Got BJV and Tularosa. Anyone else? WA5 WBL. And Martha, do it up. All right. Well, let's sail up here at the top. No Triscuit Deck probably award winner yet, but it could happen. I don't know. Let's check on Uncle Charlie first. W5 CEA. Uncle Charlie, you with us, Charlie? Yeah, all right. I believe he's in and out. So, John, maybe you'll get us started. Didn't find being you. Thank you for giving, everybody.
You might have found him giving a quarter here. Well, N5 N5D and E. Been kind of a quiet day around here. I haven't done much. We clocked out at 7 to 7. I haven't even been outside today. It's been one of them days. I'll fall right out. The fire was hurting. Again, I wanted it was the one thing we like, but I didn't have very much. Take it away. We got an 142 since the beginning of the year. So yeah, we're a little bit dry here. No, we're a little bit more than a little dry. We're real dry here, and not getting anything done. And this is VE Day. Not VE Day. This is the invasion of Europe Day, D-Day. I think a lot of people need to kind of keep that in mind too. You know, them people stormed the beaches, and my God, I don't think they knew what they was getting into, but they got her done. Being a veteran, I was just kind of thinking about that. And a while ago, like I said, I'm kind of proud to be a veteran. I'm sitting there filling out this bill stuff. $7 a month for standard medication, and most I think it's on over to 15, which is some of them high dollar ones. I have no idea what the state is paying for my cancer medication. I go to another insurance company. But as long as I keep getting those lists at the end of the month, that amount you do is zero, I'll have to cancel. Nothing else to add. We're going to say 7 to 3 and adios. I'm out of here. I've chattered long enough and you've listened to me long enough to send the doing adios invite being used class.
Hey, Roger. Okay, John. Well, thank you. Yeah, that good thing is a good thing. And we're pretty short on rising. We got a quarter inch here just a little bit ago. And I don't know, a couple hours ago, those showers come through here. Rested about 30, 45 minutes and got a quarter inch out of it. But that's about all we've had. We've had some little showers hit and miss around here, but mostly miss on top of me. But I'm tickled to have that quarter. I mean, we had this light sprinkle this early this fall, but it wasn't even enough to measure the rain gauge. I'm sure those grass, took a little bit in through the leaves. So anyway, thank you, John. Good to hear from you. Thanks for getting that, Bobby. Yeah. KD4OBQ in Cheyenne. That's coming.
Well, good evening, Brett, and the rest of the net. Hope everybody's having a good evening. A whole lot of nothing going on here, but yeah, all that mess last night. We got a whole 500 of an inch of rain. It's terrible. I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, at least the band was quiet like tonight. But man, that stuff was everywhere. I'm glad to hear you got a little bit of it, but we sure didn't. But other than that, just been kind of taking it easy today. Hope everybody has a good evening. Take care. 7-3 Kilo Delta 4 Oscar Bravo Quebec.
Roger. Well, good to hear from you. Appreciate you getting by. KTUE, Bravo 4.
Hey, good evening there, Brett. 5TUE. Yeah, we got some of that rain. Depending on whether you believe my weather station says 1.15 or my good old analog gauges, two of them out there that collect actual precip, they're showing 1.25. So somewhere in that number is what I got here. And you can tell it was all muddy and that driveway needs a little repair. With the tractor, moved some caliche around, got that done. So, by the way, this is well, thank you, John, for your service and reminding us of D-Day, and I'm glad they're taking care of our veterans, you and David and everybody. So I appreciate that. That's going on. Also, this weekend is, I say this kind of in jest, the ARRL International Digital Contest is going on right now. Yes. Digital all the time. No RIDI, just every other digital mode, and it's so weird. They've got 10 pages of rules, and they even what is the term? They even stipulate how much time of that you have to be footing. It's just a crazy deal contest. I won't be entering that one at all. Back to you, Brett. K5TUE.
Roger. I saw something about that the other day, and I noticed that everything but RIDI part. And I'm kind of curious about that, but I guess that's because you tell me if you think this is right. But I guess that does the RIDI guys have their own contest, don't they? Is that true?
Yes, that's it. Yeah, they've already got 2 or 3 RIDI contests during the year. I don't know the number exactly, but yes, they've already got that. So they wanted to give everybody else that does FT8 and FT4 and Whisper and whatever their own weekend. So they've got this international digital contest, and the rules are just incredibly complex. I wouldn't be able to keep track of all that. Okay, that's it. Thanks, K5TUE.
Yeah, Roger. Well, you say I thought the F1, it sounds like 2 or 3, their own contest. Probably them RIDI boys, they're a little bit smug. They probably wouldn't go cohabitate for the rest of those modes anyway. So, I'd say they're just. All right, thank you, Brian. KT5GDF, another Brian in to your comments, please, sir.
Okay, Brett. Yes, sir. Thanks for picking me up here in Tulia. And you got a good signal, sounding good down here. Got a few storms around us, but it's kind of quiet here. So other than that, Brett, we're doing really good here. Got the rain, got the moisture, and needs to back off a little bit. A lot of planters in the field. I've been seeing them trying to plant. So need a little time to dry to do that. But other than that, we're doing great. Good to hear you, Brett. Thank you. KC5GDF.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I'm in there ready to pounce on it when you can. Well, tell me though, Brian, did I hear some rumors you taking a cruise to Tahiti or someplace like that?
Yeah, you're right. I did. I just got back last Sunday. Went on the to Costa Maya and then down to Cozumel, Mexico. So spent about 6 days at sea, and it was pretty fun. Learned a lot. I asked a lot of questions when I was on the boat, so learned a lot. It was a pretty fun trip, and we are glad to be back home, though.
Roger, well, that sounds like a good time. Of course, you probably have heard me say two best days of those trips, you know, two best days. The day you lose, the day you get home. Have some fun in between, though, for sure. Thank you. Panhandle Traffic and Emergency Net at Control, M5SQK, and we are looking for check-ins. Please come in.
I'd like to check in there, Uncle Brett, in 5 SQK, KF5, RCW.
All right, we got an RCW. Mark, thank you, sir. Anybody else? All right, back to Amarillo. Talk to Ray. M5ZRW. Ray, come on.
Well, good evening, Brad. The rest of the net is M5ZRW. Well, didn't do much today. I was going to go out walking, but we had some rain this morning, so I kind of stayed in. So everybody have a good evening. It's M5ZRW, 7-3 to everyone.
Roger, Roger. Well, that rain, that's kind of a nice nuisance, even if you don't get the one. Good to hear from you, Ray. KT5JLD, Mr. David, that's late comments. Attaboy.
Attaboy, Uncle Brett. And by the UK and Brett and Merchant, KT5JLD up here at South Bank Lake Meredith. Well, we're 65 this morning. We made it up to 72. I think I've been 73, 74 out there, but they're saying 72 is what we got. And, no, we haven't had big floods of rain or anything, but we had a pretty good shower come up this morning. We had a little bit yesterday, and you know, but we've got a little bit of good rain. It lasted several hours, mid-morning till the afternoon. So we've had a little bit of rain over here, and that's all blessing there. So not a whole lot else going on here. Just trying to stay dry and enjoy the weather. Been looking on the truck out there just a little bit, trying to run a 12-volt wire back for a mobile care on that. So I'm doing that a little bit today. Got the wire run, but not in any hurry to get one on there yet. I've got it. I'm just not in any hurry to get it put on, but at least I got the wires run. Anyway, not much else going on here, Brett, so appreciate you taking care of it today, and I want to have a blessed day. 85 jailed it.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, good to hear from you up there, boy. That, I'll tell you what, anymore, that sounds like work running a wire from front to back. And that, in my mind, that means you get down on that ground, you know, and get under before under. I'll tell you what, I can do a lot of things, but getting up and down off the ground anymore, I just feel like a big old flounder fish out there flopping. So, and I do that probably once or twice a day. I'm pretty well shot, you know. So I try to avoid it if I can. Sometimes you have to. Good to hear from you, David. Appreciate you coming by. KT5DJD Steve to the road, sir. Coming. KT5DJD Steve, you coming? Yes, sir. Good to hear from you. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I guess one unintended benefit of all this lack of rain that we've had, we sure haven't been out stressing ourselves mowing as much this spring. We mowed once around here, and that's just because we had just a few little scraggly weeds come up around, and I got tired looking at them, so we got out and mowed those things down. But we're just about the point that it's still a bit scraggly, but in place. But we have to get out, I think, run that mower again pretty quick. But I don't think it's anything going to bog us down anywhere. Thanks, Steve. Good to hear from you. Come back when you can. W85 WBL, Marvin, comment.
Yeah, good evening, Brett, and everybody on this net. Well, I just got back in here just in the nick of time. Wife and I had just been down the street here to a widow lady's 70th birthday party. She had quite a bash, probably 150, 60 people there. Had it in a nice big, about 80 by 120 foot steel building, and most people ate inside, and I got one of the best hamburgers I've ever had down there. And I told this lady, I said, she's 70 years old. I said, I was home from Korea before you were ever born. And she looked pretty good for 70. Yeah, anyway, that's what Marvin's been up to today. Other than that, I've been working on this Ford tractor. I got its plate down on the ground, the tires and the wheels are off, and it's awaiting a paint job. It's just a skeleton laying there on a big gray tarp, so that's probably going to come off sometime Monday, Tuesday. Get the skeleton painted. Other than that, that's what's keeping me busy. WA5, and hey, it hasn't rained here. No, it just keeps raining here. Went to town this morning. It seemed like in town they get a quarter inch, half inch, 4/10. Out here, I just barely got a sprinkle. Just didn't even wet the ground. WA5, WBL.
Roger. Well, the rains has just been all little pockets here and there and yonder. If you happen to be under one, you might get a little rain, but if you don't, you just don't. There's been a lot of trouble out there, I think. But anyway, have you found somebody to paint that tractor for you?
Yeah, you're talking to him.
Roger. Okay. Well, good news. Yeah, that's a big key to finding a good painter. But it sounds like you got that. You got that under control. All right, let's talk to Martin now. KF5R and CW. Martin, what are you working on?
Had a boy there, Uncle Brett, N5SQK in the Panhandle Traffic and Emergency Net. This is KF5RCW. Brett, not a lot of radio activity from this station. Been outside fiddling around in the shipping container there, organizing the angle iron and the PVC pipe and all the goodies in there that's put underneath the Tacoma that I pull in there. So got that managed a little bit. And then I've got some new parts putting on the Tacoma, and I had mistaken what I believe is a water temperature sensor for a wideband oxygen sensor, and it screwed right into the bung and everything. Luckily, I didn't fire the thing up. I didn't want to. You're not supposed to run those things without them being hooked up. So I went ahead and took it apart. And anyway, started to hook a harness up to it. Wondered why it was labeled wrong, but anyway, I was wrong. So luckily, I had to fire it up. But just trying to get projects done over here. Should be another batch of rain coming through here. Looks like so. Looking forward to that. I don't think it'll do too much damage to us. Hard to be mad at the rain out here. So, Brett, sound like you're doing good in there, and sound like some folks were doing all right. We had a club meeting today that apparently they got locked out of the city place that they usually meet, and then everybody had to scramble to run over to another place. So that was entertaining to listen to that. Anyway, probably shouldn't comment too much more on that. Hey, yeah, good to hear you guys in there. Everybody be safe. Take care. 73 is KF5 RCW.
Roger, Roger. Well, was that just a snafu, or is that permanent there, Martin, on that meeting place?
Well, from what I can tell, the city's been trying to press them out of there for a while, and today was the day. So, yeah, you know, I'll try to keep my comments constructive. So, anyway, they went over and met at another place just down the road there, but yeah, there was sure a lot of jibber jabber on the repeater this morning. So, anyway, KF5 RCW.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Well, I know for my participation in club activities there many years ago, that was a big problem, you know. I think in just the tenure I was around there, that I think I served as every officer slot in that club, with the exception of president. I never would sign up for president, but I did treasurer, secretary, and a couple of VPs, on all that stuff. But I'll tell you, I remember that one of the biggest issues we had was keeping a meeting place, and we moved 2 or 3 times. And at one time we were actually meeting out at TSTC. They had a place out there that they would let us come meet, but the problem was it was upstairs, and we had some folks in the club at that time. I'm sure I still do that. You know, climbing stairs was an issue, and so it was a chore for the officers, you know, to try to keep a place for folks to meet that, you know, didn't cost an arm and a leg. Anyway, enough of that. I understand the issue. So thanks, Mark. Good to hear from you over there. Let's see, that's the bottom of the list. The Panhandle Traffic and Emergency Net. Let's control them. QK. We are at the bottom of the list. We're looking to check in. Over. W5 CEH, Uncle Charlie. Step right up and give us some comments. And God bless Uncle Charlie. Good to hear from you there, buddy. All right, anybody else? Bottom of the list, Panhandle Traffic and Emergency Net. Looking to check in.
Attaboy there, Uncle Charlie. KF5 RCW.
Yeah, attaboy, Uncle Charlie. All right, anybody else? Bottom of the list, last call, M5SQK, Panhandle Traffic and Emergency Net. Well, nothing heard, so we're going to close tonight's net at about 22 minutes after 0. I enjoyed everybody coming by, and good to hear everybody. That's close. 5SQK clear.